Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Laird, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Fitzpatrick. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Block 80. Check 52's to Mike. Here we go, Block 80.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10 is Counter. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Connor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Under 10, under 10. Here. Watch out.
On 2nd down now, Laird. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, Laird. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school. Smack looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Parker unable to get that one.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Fitzpatrick now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd down, Laird, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
2:30.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check safety.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Berry on the punt as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And that takes us from second to third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 99. Check 99. He's crashing. He's checking.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Davis now to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
All right, now, black 20, black 52. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Black.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, Connor. Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Roethlisberger will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick now, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Switch up.
On third down, it's Conner. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
From
the gun, Fitzpatrick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A run with Conner on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, a run with Conner. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset, and you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Vince Beagle leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this.
On first down, Laird. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick, he'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 25 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check right.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger got an open man. It's Washington. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Like 80.
52, come on. Gotta do better.
On first down, Connor. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Connor, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, Laird. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll run on first down. Laird. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
180. 34.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
180.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, 46 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Laird. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On second down now, Laird. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Laird. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
22, 44.
Now Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. To Connor on the check down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, orbit. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Jenkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Fitzpatrick looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He's going to go for a big play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Kill, 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 kill.
Snickers, 66.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Danny.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Black 20.
52's the mic. Now watch run.
Black, what's that?
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the 22-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Toss play, counter. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
8.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hey, Charlie.
Check tight.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Left.
You better bring it.
They'll run on first down. Laird. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. Lucky. Check 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Laird, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
180!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Laird, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
180. 52's the mic. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Roethlisberger will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well,
oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. They find some open field here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Open man, it's Burnett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 52.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Select 20. 56, right there, 56. Get your swerve on.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Connor going backwards here on the 1st down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Check 3, check 3. Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this 1st down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 22.
230. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position of what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. He finds McCoy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's McCoy, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's 230. 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Deuce. Easy. Mike's 56. Snickers. You got tight right there.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. This for his running back, McCoy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LeSean McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Connor. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now it's Roethlisberger.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
For Juju Smith-Schuster. Sets up 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Flush to his right. He's going to... Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there in a first down. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Here we go. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Under 10, 10.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
56.
On second and goal, Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Steelers 16. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 43. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yellow. Oh, 80.
Let's go, one more.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Looking deep now for McCoy. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The drive will start with Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second and 9 now from the 21.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Snickers, 66.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
198.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, 57, 57. 198, watch 98. Delta. Check me out.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
77.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Roethlisberger will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Right here.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vince Williams able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.